adventures. Peddaling fast, going nowhere. Episode 2, helping your pants fall off. Let's talk about motivation. What would be your motivation to do something like this? Allow me to explain what mine was. I saw a photograph of myself in motorbike gear, without my jacket on, and with braces and all the rest of the stuff. And I realised just how obese I looked. It was shocking, because you don't feel it, do you? It creeps up gradually. And you're enjoying that big packet of crisps, or that big bucket of peanuts, or that double slice of cake, or cheesecake, or that third scoop of ice cream. It's easy to do. I know, I did it. But when I saw that photograph of myself, I knew I had to do something about it. But I didn't. Because I love me cake and me ice cream and me crisps and me peanuts. And it's easier to do that, isn't it? My motivation was so high to eat the food that I liked. My motivation for doing something like this was lower than a snake's belly. And then came the lockdown. The lockdown made me think, well, I'm going to be locked in for 3 months, I might as well do something. Or I was going to get even fatter. And I had the bike, and so I thought, okay, let's do this. And I set myself a goal. I thought, I was 18.5 stone. What if I could get to 16.5 by the end of the 3 months? And I've done it. I weighed myself this morning, and I've reached 16.5 stone. Yet the journey's been tough, it's been hard. It's been frustrating. But the motivation that I had within me was a number of things. Lose weight, get fitter, prolong my life. Let's see if I could reverse diabetes. Well, I can't, because my insulin producing system of my body doesn't work, so I'll always be insulin dependent. But I've reduced my insulin intake. It may not mean a lot to you, but an insulin pen is divided into units. And every meal I was squirting 30 units in. Now, I'm squirting 6. Okay, I'm not eating the cake or the ice cream or the biscuits, but I'm putting 6 units in now as against the 30. There's a nighttime dose. And I was putting 60 units in because it's a long-acting insulin. It keeps it level for the whole day. I'm now putting 30 in. And it wasn't that long ago that I was thinking, have a piece of cake, squirt more insulin to counteract the sugar. What I didn't realise at the time, and I've learned recently, that's going to put weight on. Diabetics tend to put weight on because the insulin converts the sugars more than your normal body, and therefore you get fatter. Some bodybuilders years ago were using insulin to get the most out of the food to put muscle on. How incredible is that? My blood pressure was 160/90, or even 100, I think it was. It's now 120/80, it's perfect. So these little things have maintained my motivation. But you won't get any motivation unless there is a big enough reason to get fit, to lose weight, to feel better about yourself than you've currently got, and it's a difficult thing to get. It's okay for me, I live on my own, but I can understand if you're married or living with somebody, you've got kids, it's going to be tough to find the time in the day to do this. My answer to that is sleep less. Get out of bed before they do and do half an hour. An hour. You don't have to do the 2 hours that I do. And I didn't do the 2 hours when I first started. I was motivated because I did little bits to begin with. In fact, I remember writing on Facebook, I'm cycling to work this morning and I would do 20 minutes. And I'm cycling back home and I would do 20 minutes in the afternoon. And then I've built it and built it and built it. This machine has different settings. Now I'm up to level 5, 3 months later, for my second hour. I can't do 2 hours at level 5 yet, I just can't. It's too hard. But so was level 1 doing half an hour 3 months ago. You've got to come up with a big enough why. You'll spend less money on food, but you'll spend more money on clothes because you'll have to get new clothes to fit. Your health will improve. It's guaranteed your health will improve, but one thing I will say, before you start taking exercise, check with your doctor. Go and get a little MOT. I'd already had one through adversity more than request. Beginning of last year, I had a heart scan because I had pains in my chest. Turned out my heart's absolutely fine. I've got a little bit of calcification on one of the arteries, but the doctors told, or the specialist, the consultant said I'm absolutely fine. So that's okay. I fell out the back of a wagon last November. Ended up getting a head scan. That's okay. Didn't find anything, but that's okay. And then earlier this year, I went for a scan for my abdominal area because I was getting cramps. So they scanned the bottom half of my chest down to my pelvic area. The only thing that came from that is the bottom half of my lungs aren't working. They haven't worked for years, I don't think. And I've got a gallstone. But they told me everybody at my age, 61, would have a gallstone of some size. But apart from that, I've also got a hernia from the operation for my ileostomy bag, and it's the size of a fist. It's there. I'm not going to show you, just in case, but it's that big there. That's the hernia I've got there. And they said it's that big, it won't trap your intestines, so that's okay. So I thought, oh, okay. So when I thought about doing this, I knew internally I was fine. But motivation is the biggest barrier to overcome. Weight loss, health, weight, improve your well-being, improve your mindset. I don't feel depressed or anything after I finish this because I'm not knackered. Find a reason, and the reason will give you the motivation, but then you've got to maintain the motivation. You've got to get in it every day. You've got to pass through the pain threshold. You've got to visualize. And visualization techniques, well, that's the next episode. Thought I'd join you now because you saw me before. Only after 10 minutes of starting. My bike's up to level 5. I've got 15 minutes to go. And I'll tell you, it isn't easy. So motivation is one part, but visualization, which is going to be the next one, is another part. You've got to motivate yourself through this. Your legs are going to hurt. Your brain is going to say to you, what are you doing, you daft twat? What are you doing? It hurts. You see, the brain is programmed to keep you safe, to keep you away from pain and danger. Danger because you could have a heart attack doing this. Check with your GP first before doing it. Danger because if you close your eyes you could fall off. Danger because it's going to hurt. So the brain doesn't want you to do this. Doesn't want you to lose weight. Some people have asked, with my shirts out, are you wearing pants? Well, these are them. Sexy or what, eh? Don't forget, I'll tell you, you've got to keep going. Little bit more, little bit more, little bit more. Get to 20 minutes this morning, do 20 minutes this afternoon. Get to 30 minutes, do 31. Get to an hour, do an hour and 15. And so on and so on. Get to an hour maybe and then start at the next level and do 20, 30, 40 over the days. It takes time. It takes motivation. It takes grit. But the end result, it's worth every goddamn revolution. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget, subscribe, click the bell, ding ding, to remind you when a video's been posted. And we'll see you on the next one, which is how I use visualization techniques. So from me, at Exercise Bike Adventures, pedalling fast, going nowhere, helping your pants fall down. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.